In a quiet village surrounded by hills and valleys, there lived a boy named Matthew. He was no ordinary child. Hidden beneath his gentle smile was a secret power, a magical gift he had kept hidden for years. Since he was little, Matthew had the uncanny ability to fix anything. Broken tools, torn clothes, and shattered vases, all would be restored to their former glory with just a touch of his hand. Matthew had discovered his talent when he was only 5, fixing his mother's favorite cup one morning after he had accidentally knocked it off the shelf. His parents were astounded, but Matthew, ever humble, never boasted. He kept his abilities a secret, fearing what would happen if others found out. Over the years, he learned to use his magic subtly, repairing things for his family and friends without anyone suspecting the true source of his skill. One sunny afternoon, Matthew wandered away from his home, lost in thought. The sun was high, and the scent of wildflowers filled the air. He was deep in the forest, far from the village, when he encountered a girl with golden hair, sitting near a stream. Her name was Goldilocks, and she had the brightest eyes Matthew had ever seen. "Hello there," Goldilocks called out, smiling. "Would you like some lunch?" Matthew, surprised by her kindness, nodded and sat down beside her. She offered him a large bowl of warm oatmeal, and they ate together, sharing stories of their lives. Matthew told her about his family, but he left out the most important part, the secret of his magic. As they finished eating, Goldilocks leaned in, her eyes twinkling. "You're welcome to stay here as long as you like," she said. "But I think you have an adventure waiting for you. The forest is full of surprises." Matthew smiled and stood, waving goodbye to Goldilocks. "Thank you for the lunch," he called, and with that, he set off on his journey once again, unaware of the incredible adventures that awaited him. As Matthew continued on his journey, the sky darkened, and the air grew thick with the scent of danger. Suddenly, a loud growl echoed through the trees. Matthew froze, his heart pounding in his chest. Turning around, he saw a large, vicious wolf with sharp teeth and eyes glowing with hunger. It was chasing him. Panicked, Matthew sprinted through the forest, his feet pounding against the earth. He ran for what seemed like miles, until he spotted a small hut in the distance. He raced toward it, knocking on the door frantically. "Let me in. Please, let me in," Matthew shouted. The door swung open, revealing 3 small pigs, each one busy with their own work. The first pig was building a house out of straw, the second pig was making one out of sticks, and the third was constructing a sturdy brick house. "Quickly, come inside," the third pig said, ushering Matthew into the brick house. The wolf was closing in, its growl growing louder with each passing second. The wolf arrived, huffing and puffing, ready to blow the house down. It tried with all its might, but the house stood firm. The wolf huffed again, but it was no use. Exhausted from chasing Matthew, it gave up and trudged away, defeated. Matthew thanked the pigs for their help and promised to return one day. "You saved my life," he said. The pigs waved goodbye as Matthew continued on his journey, his heart still racing from the close call. Matthew's journey led him to a great bridge that spanned a rushing river. As he stepped onto the bridge, a loud, gruff voice echoed through the air. "Who goes there?" the voice demanded. Matthew looked up and saw a huge troll blocking the way, his eyes narrowing as he glared at Matthew. "I'm going to eat you," the troll snarled, brandishing a large club. Before Matthew could react, a loud "Baa" filled the air, and a massive billy goat charged out from the other side of the bridge. The goat, strong and fierce, had butted the troll with all its might, sending the creature flying into the river with a splash. "Thank you," Matthew shouted, laughing with relief. The billy goat grunted and nodded, then wandered off, leaving Matthew to cross the bridge in peace. Matthew waved to the goat as it disappeared into the distance. "I'm so lucky to have met such wonderful creatures," he said, feeling grateful for the strange friends he had made on his journey. As Matthew continued along the path, he stumbled upon a curious scene. There, just ahead, was a starting line for a race. A hare, fast and sleek, was sitting lazily at the line, dozing off in the sun. Not far from the hare was a tortoise, slow and steady, stretching its legs in preparation for the race. Matthew was intrigued and decided to join the race. "I'll race too," he declared. The hare woke up, startled by Matthew's sudden appearance. "Oh, you think you can beat me?" the hare scoffed. "I'm the fastest creature in these woods." The tortoise nodded sagely, but said nothing. The race began, and the hare shot off like a streak of lightning. Matthew, however, took his time, running steadily with his legs pumping. As the hare raced ahead, he grew tired and decided to take a nap, sure that he would win. Meanwhile, Matthew kept running, not stopping, not slowing down. Finally, Matthew crossed the finish line first, just as the hare woke up, startled to find that he had lost. "The race is over," Matthew cheered, smiling with pride. "I did it." The tortoise, slow and steady as always, crossed the line just behind Matthew. Together, they laughed and celebrated, enjoying the victory. Matthew's adventure took an unexpected turn when a massive beanstalk appeared right in front of him, stretching up into the sky, its leaves glistening in the sunlight. At the top, Matthew could just make out the shape of a castle. It was the castle he had been searching for. Without a second thought, Matthew began to climb the beanstalk. The climb was long and difficult, but Matthew's determination kept him going. Finally, after what felt like hours, he reached the top. The castle loomed before him, its doors enormous and imposing. Matthew tried to open them but found they were too large for him to manage. Instead, he spotted a small window and squeezed through. Inside the castle, the air was warm and filled with the sounds of enchanting music. Matthew marveled at the beautiful harp in the corner of the room, its strings vibrating with magic. Nearby, a goose laid golden eggs, each one shining with an otherworldly glow. Matthew wandered deeper into the castle, drawn to a mysterious door. With a curious hand, he turned the knob and stepped inside. There, sitting at a table, was a wizard, his long white beard glowing with power. On the table was an open book, its cover marked with the words, "The Magic Story." The wizard looked up and smiled. "It's time for you to go home," he said. "Take the book. It will guide you." Matthew took the book, but before he could say a word, the wizard waved his hand, and Matthew vanished, the castle disappearing behind him. Matthew reappeared in his own home, standing in the middle of the living room. He looked around, unsure of what had just happened. Had it all been a dream? "Welcome home," his family cheered, rushing to embrace him. "We are so glad you're back." Matthew smiled, still holding the glowing book in his hands. It must have been a dream, he thought to himself, sitting down with the book. But as he opened it, the pages began to shimmer once again, and before he knew it, Matthew was gone. The house was quiet, and all that remained was the book, glowing softly in the corner. Matthew's adventure was far from over. With a grin, he whispered, "Here we go again." And just like that, Matthew vanished into the magic of the story once more. If you like the story, then do subscribe, share and press the bell icon for more interesting stories.